30. So let's go to Gene for the first question.
Hey, Miles. Coach Marone said yesterday that he thinks you were either in Australia or on your way to Australia when he gave you the news about uh, the team probably switching positions for you. How did you were you in Australia, and how did you receive the news at the time, and is it any different from now?
Yeah, I was I think because COVID had just hit, so I was really on I think I might have been in Hawaii or Australia, one of the two, because I was either making my way, but anyway, that's besides the point. They told me pretty much that they were gonna make the switch, and I was cool with it completely. I understood like their mind frame and everything, and like obviously like last year, I mean, it is what it is. I underperformed. I felt like it was due to my injury, but at the end of the day, it's a performance-based job, and like I felt like I completely like shit the bed last year. So I completely understood what they were going for, and I mean that's the nature of the business. So when they did that, I was like, okay, I'm a will now, and I'm just gonna continue working hard, get my body right, get healthy, and just show everybody that I can still do what I've been doing. So I was really just excited, and then to have another baller with me and Joe, I thought it was better because I feel like as a linebacker, when you got somebody who's up to your caliber or just understands you guys can speak the same language, it makes your job that much easier. So it's really a tandem job, and I really felt like them bringing Joe in like really made it a lot easier for me. So it was cool.
Thanks.
Thank you, Gene. Let's go John Shipley and then D-Rock.
Sorry. Hey, Miles, can you just talk a little bit about, I mean, how much of a true difference is there between Will and Mike? Obviously Mike calls the defense, but Coach Marone was making it sound like outside of that, there's not really that much of a true difference. Is there, at least from your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, Mike, you have way more communication responsibility, like getting guys lined up, kind of double backing on what you just said and Coach Marone said. But the alignments and pretty much playing on inside, I think you get a little bit more like buzz drops, which puts you on the outside in certain situations. But for the most part, you're kind of still in the mixture and everything. So you're kind of doing more scheme wise, but it's really kind of similar. So it's like it's kind of the same if I'm making sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to make it make sense, but it's kind of it's not too much difference. It's not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Thanks, Miles.
Mhm.
Thanks, Shipley. Let's go D-Rock and then Mark.
Miles, it looks like you're flying around out there having fun. Looks a lot like it did in 2017. Would you agree with that? And is that an accurate way to describe where things are going?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like I truly like firmly believe this. Like last year, I wasn't healthy, and I like forced myself to play through injury just because of I just felt like I didn't want to get paid and then just like say I got an injury, which I did have an injury at the time. But this offseason I went to Australia, like found a trainer out there. I just been working my ass off like the whole offseason. Just kind of really just refocused myself, got back to the basics. I really treated myself like a high schooler. It was just hitting the weights, trying to get myself stronger, get my body right, get my knee back right. And yeah, I just really feel like that's attributed to just my training and just getting back healthy and really hitting the weights this year. Cause I felt like when I kind of got in the league, I didn't really lift as much as I should have. So I kind of really went back to the basics, got my body right, and I feel like that's why I'm moving so quick and I'm able to hit linemen the way I can or make tackles or just fly around and just move fast. So really just I just really had to like refocus myself and recenter myself. And that's really what I focus on once I did my surgery and got right.
How long were you in Australia? How long did you train there?
I was there because I was dating a girl who played soccer, professional soccer, and she actually was on loan to a team out in Australia. So I really just kind of like disappeared, went out with her, stayed there probably till what's the fifth month of the year? January, February, March, April, May till like May. I was out there for 5 months and was just literally training like every day. Like she would go do her soccer stuff, and then once she came, we would swap the car, and I'd go train for like 4 hours. And I found this trainer out there, Piero Secchetta. It's Advanced Athletes Performance, and basically he just had me like doing all kind of just like French Australian like track workouts, just had me like squatting and doing all kind of crazy stuff, running hills, just really just getting weights, getting my body back right. And I really like attribute like my success this year and how I feel to what he had me doing. So I just kind of brought that back when I got back over here and got right.
So you'll go back next year then, I would assume, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think that might be my secret recipe. I mean, the season's still early. I've missed 2 tackles, so I'm not perfect, but and we still got a lot more stuff to do. But like judging off of, I guess, these last 2 games and how I've been feeling and just the positive response that I'm getting from everybody, yeah, I definitely like incorporate that from now on. Just go down under to Australia and just enjoy it. And it's cheaper there, so it's cool. So yeah, it's nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thanks, D-Rock.
problem.
Yeah, we have time for 2 more questions. Let's go Mark and then Jamal.
Myles, you're one of the last 2 men standing from 2017, you and Avery. I'm just curious, what was it like, seeing all your friends shipped off and then now being a captain? I mean, obviously you're taking on a different role and maybe more of a leadership role, but what were those 2 things like for you? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The kind of just seeing how really and this is the thing, Coach Marone had a vision from the start, and like obviously from the outside looking in, it looked like, okay, well, Jags are just getting rid of everybody. But Coach Marone, he just truly had a vision, and I think his vision was he just wanted guys that were damn, how can I say this without making a headline quote? He wanted guys that he just wanted guys that damn, how can I say this without saying something crazy? He just knew the people that he wanted in the building that he wanted, and he had his own vision. You know what I mean? And what he decided to go with was what he decided to go with. And I truly feel like he's got the right plan. He's really trying to build this team atmosphere where as long as we got each other and we can, lock arms and stick together through the highs and lows. You guys have seen it. Like, we've gotten down early against the Colts. They came down, punched us in the mouth 7-0, and then we fought back and won that game. You saw the Tennessee game. They got up on us. They ran a nice play on the first play of the game. Then they got up on us. It was 14-0 before we knew it. But teams on the pass that I've been on, it kind of gets ugly once we get down. But this team, we just know that, okay, we're a team. Like, we can depend on the offense a little bit, and the offense can eventually depend on the defense. We got to give them a little bit more, but they can depend on us. So it's really like we get in a halftime and everybody's just like, okay, tighten up, because we just don't want to disappoint not only the guys next to us on defense, but the guys on offense, the guys on special teams. So it's really like a family environment that he's built. And I think you guys can see that on Sunday, the way we play and just the effort. And even when things go bad, we're still in it. We're still throwing punches and still fighting. So it's really cool, and I think his vision is coming to fruition, and you guys can kind of see it. It's really gonna be special, I feel like.
Thank you, Mark. Let's wrap up with Jamal.
Hey, Myles, what's the vibe been like in the locker room this year? Marone's talked a lot about how he's closer to this team than any other team. Can you feel like some of these younger guys getting more confident? I mean, you guys have only played 2 games, but can you see like the confidence really building in this unit?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of to piggyback on what Mark said, because I didn't answer the second part of his question. Kind of growing up in the league and everything, you see, you kind of see like what leadership works, what leadership doesn't, and I think me kind of having to embrace that leadership role and show younger guys, hey man, look, if you just do this, this, and that, it'll go a lot more smoothly than if you try to do it your own way. You know what I mean? Like, these coaches are putting in effort, putting in hours to come up with a game plan, to come up with a scheme. So the least you can do is meet them halfway and execute it and do what they ask. Because at the end of the day, you do what they scheme, it'll typically go right, and then you'll play well, you get paid well, and you can live. You can enjoy this league. So that's kind of the message that I've kind of been preaching to guys. Like, it's not us versus the coaches. It's not us versus anybody. We're all in this together. And it may be days where a coach may be on your ass or giving you a hard time, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. And I think that's the main thing that I've seen in this group. We all just want to win. So nobody's taking anything personal. And like you said, the younger guys, they're starting to figure out, like, okay, because when you get drafted to the Jaguars, and obviously like the aura around us was we're a bad team, this, that, and the third. But I think younger guys are starting to see, like, okay, we're not a bad team. And even us as older guys, we're like, we knew we weren't a bad team, but once we got in those situations where we had to battle and we saw how we fought, we realize that we're a really good team, and the younger guys are starting to see it. So you're seeing that confidence in guys like C.J. Henderson, KC's getting comfortable back there. The running back, I can't remember his name right now because he's still a new guy, but he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? The receiver, we got Laviscus, he's balling. Like, everybody's kind of getting their swag, because even though we lost last week, I think we took that loss as a lesson. We're really learning, like, okay, as long as we don't kick ourselves in the foot, get down early, we got an offense that can put up points. We have a defense that can stop the run finally. We just got to, tighten up on a couple different avenues, and we'll be fine. So the confidence and the swagger is coming. I just think we just had to overcome the initial, the Jags are tanking the 32nd, but we knew we had a good team all along. We just had to go out there and do it. And now we kind of got that swagger, like, okay, we're ready to go and we're ready to play. So I'm just uber excited for this season and, like, the games, and even tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's just good to show people that, we're not tanking. We're not, turning the other cheek, laying down. Like, we're here to fight, and we're trying to go to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So 1-1 in the division, it's a great spot to be.
Appreciate
All right, guys.
you, Miles.
Thank you. I got to let MJ run before I get in trouble with Coach Collins, but
Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Miles.
Yep.